off Gaddis Road. There are unconfirmed reports several people may have been hurt in an alleged stabbing. We have a news crew headed to the scene, and we'll bring you more details in a live report coming up.
Well, right now, a suspected gunman is on the run after shots are fired at a mansion in Macomb Township.
The owner of the home was wounded, and Fox News' Charlie Langton has been following this story. He joins us now live with the very latest. And Charlie, the victim, though, is he okay still?
Victim is okay. We do know that. We just confirmed that the victim is okay. The victim is this owner of this mansion right behind me, the 7,000 square foot mansion here in Macomb Township on 24 Mile Road. A little after 10 o'clock, shots ran. And I'll tell you what, the shooter now still on the run, but the sheriffs, they've got a few leads. Take a look at chopper video that we shot earlier today. The chopper video shows a crime scene. Macomb County sheriffs, you can see the detectives searching the ground. They're looking for gun casings and other evidence. The multiple markers that you can see on the front of the home near the horse, which is right in the front, would indicate that the shooting did take place outside of the home. Authorities, though, are not confirming exactly where the shots were at that time. Now, we can see there's also some boxes of evidence that were taken out and a vehicle. So, who owns this mansion? Well, the guy's name is Eddie Jawad. Now, friends say that he owns multiple gas stations, and he was recently this summer on Fox 2. We had him at a Macomb Township planning meeting when he was he was arguing against establishing a Sheetz gas station on 23 Mile Road. It was right across the street from his own Sheetz place. He owns a number of properties around here on 24 Mile Road as well. All right. Let me just tell you, I just got off the phone with the sheriff, Tony Wickersham, trying to confirm a couple of the some of the investigation. Here's what we know: there could be more than one suspect. The homeowner does not know the shooter or shooters. He is cooperating with authorities, and we also now find out for the first time that the homeowner here may have returned fire at these people. However, the reason for the shooting is still under investigation. Obviously, a lot of questions to be answered. I am live here in Macomb Township. I'll send it back to you.
To be clear, though, Charlie, the homeowner, the victim in this, he did own Sheetz gas stations or gas stations, and he opposed a Sheetz gas station, and could be obviously maybe perhaps surrounded with that or dealing with that conflict that may have led to this?
Yeah, he owns other gas stations. He did not own the Sheetz gas station. He didn't like the Sheetz because it's competition for him. But whether or not there's a relationship, though, between any of the Sheetz gas stations and his, we just don't know. The sheriff is still investigating. It's an ongoing investigation. Obviously, the only thing we do know is that they were looking for a dark SUV, which apparently went east on 24 Mile, which is that way. But that's all we know, at least at this time. But stay tuned. There's more to this story, for sure.
And you did say he was cooperating, so thanks so much for that, Charlie.
Well, a 22-year-old woman who is under arrest is charged with first-degree premeditated murder in the shooting of her own mother. And
the crime happened earlier this month at a home in Southfield. Fox News' Ingrid Kelly has the details tonight.
Southfield police detailing a shocking and deadly case of violence that happened in this house behind me on October 5th. Around 11:40 p.m., police responded to this home on Bainbridge Drive on reports of shots fired. Security camera video shows this woman, 22-year-old Riley Donaldson, out of Ohio, allegedly arriving to the home a short time before those 911 calls were made. The investigation revealed this is the home of Donaldson's mother, 45-year-old Ada Mae Simmons-Jones, who Donaldson allegedly fatally shot several times before you see her quickly exiting the home and driving away, leaving her purse behind. Inside the home, an elderly relative and a 3-year-old girl who police say is Donaldson's daughter. However, Simmons-Jones had legal custody of her grandchild. After the alleged shooting, Donaldson went to Ohio for a couple of hours before driving to Detroit, where police say she was taken into custody on October 6.
Detectives set up surveillance and followed the vehicle to a CVS at the 7 Mile location in the area of Greenfield in the city of Detroit. The Chrysler 300 was backed into a parking spot in front of the store. Detectives observed our suspect Donaldson as a front seat passenger in the front seat of the Chrysler 300. Responding officers initiated a traffic stop of the vehicle, and Donaldson was taken into custody without incident.
Donaldson was arraigned and is being held without bond. Police believe child custody may be the root of this tragedy. Back in August of this year, Donaldson took her now deceased mother's vehicle and her child. Both child and vehicle were recovered in Ohio, but Simmons-Jones decided not to press charges, asking that her daughter be hospitalized instead. Family members showed up to Tuesday's press conference but declined to comment. And as police continue their investigation, they tell us that the child is now in custody of her grandfather. Reporting in Southfield, Ingrid Kelly, Fox 2 News. Back to you.
Well, now to a disturbing case of a young woman who was pronounced dead, placed in a body bag, only to be found alive hours later at a funeral home. So
nearly 5 years later, the civil trial for the family of Tamisha Beauchamp has been again delayed. Today, Tamisha's mother spoke out for the very first time. Fox 2 Scott Wolchek is live tonight. What did she say?
Hey, Brandon, yeah, you know what? She talked about how much pain and how long this court case has been going. This has been 5 years. And Tamisha, you know, she was only 20 years old when basically she was having a medical emergency, right? Southfield, they sent some paramedics over to help her out. They performed CPR for quite some time. Eventually, she was pronounced dead, right? Ended up coming here outside of this funeral home, the James H. Cole Funeral Home, where people discovered she was actually alive inside of that body bag. Now, one of the things is Tamisha, she was a young woman who had, she was nonverbal. She had cerebral palsy, right? So she couldn't communicate maybe the same way that you and I do. So very shocking for the people who found it, very shocking and traumatic for her family. This thing has been dragged out. Trial was actually supposed to start in September, but because the city of Southfield has some governmental immunities, they are taking every advantage of that. 3 days before the trial was set to happen, they requested another extension to have the Court of Appeals take a look at this thing. Very, very shocking case. Take a listen to what everybody had to say.
To hear someone say your child is deceased, to later hearing she's not, that's devastating to a family.
Because of laws here in Michigan that give the government, and only the government, chance after chance after chance to avoid accountability, waiting until literally 72 hours before the trial was supposed to begin. It was postponed yet again. The third time at the request of the defendants.
So I just take one day at a time and pray that God just continue to give me the strength that I need to get through this, because I'm not giving up. I'm gonna go through the long haul, however long it take. She lived 20 years. If it take 20 more years for this to get heard in court, and God give me the breath, I'm there.
You heard that. That was a mother's love right there. Remember, Tamisha did end up dying just 2 months after the entire incident happened. She spent 56 days in the hospital. I did reach out to Southfield Fire. Of course, they can't comment because this is pending litigation. For now, reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Scott Wolchek, Fox 2 News. Brandon, back to you.
Look, Scott, this was a big deal when it happened 5 years ago, and it continues to resonate in our communities here. As far as moving ahead, what does this family hope to get resolved outside of a financial settlement?
I think it's really about getting justice, right? You know, Tamisha had a twin brother who has autism, and his mom said he's having a very hard time understanding what happened, right? He looks for his sister, but he doesn't quite understand. He knows something's wrong, but he doesn't quite know exactly what happened. So they're looking for justice and looking for something, because this mom said, remember, her daughter's nonverbal. She said, I was her voice, and I still am her voice. I want to get justice for my daughter and what happened here.
Another reason to always advocate for your child. Scott Wolchek reporting live in Detroit. Thank you.
Well, breaking news right now out of Canton. We're getting word of a violent attack possibly involving a family.
So there's a large police presence in the area of Aaron's Way and Park Lawn Drive, just off of Getty. Fox News' Dave Canton is live with what we've learned. Dave, what can you confirm?
Well, this is a very active and fluid investigation. We can tell you that right now. We do know there are 3 victims here, and this is all connected to one family. We'll go to the information we have right now. Canton Township Police put this out moments ago. This is what's confirmed this afternoon. We're told by investigators here at Canton Police that around 3:40, they responded to a home here on the 3700 block of Park Lawn. They found 3 victims who had been stabbed. We're told by police that suspect, who is a family member of the victims, was quickly arrested. They've been taken into custody. All 3 victims were taken to the hospital right away. Police say the extent of their injuries, they don't know just at this time. As you can see from this chopper footage, this is a very large and massive scene here. They are working this very carefully. In fact, we understand there are 2 scenes related to all of this. We're waiting for further word from investigators to get a further understanding of the details of that second scene. But 3 victims stabbed, taken to the hospital. Their conditions not known at this time, according to police. The suspect is a family member, according to investigators. They were arrested. They're taken into custody right now, in custody, of course, being questioned as investigators work this case further. Obviously, this is a very close-knit neighborhood, a lot of houses in this development here, and a lot of people shocked by all of this. There was one neighbor that said that there had been some issues of some sort at that home previously. Again, the exact nature, we're not sure at this time, but if you're just joining us, 3 people stabbed and one of the family members arrested. The 3, their condition not known as they were taken to the hospital at this time. The suspect is in custody and being questioned right now. Reporting live in Canton Township, Dave Canton, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Dave, this looks like one thing about Canton suburbs is they're all kind of, the homes are all close to each other. But as far as the neighborhood here and as far as police go, have they been called to this home before? Have neighbors seen them at this home, or can they say anything about the family and whether they've seen them out in the neighborhood?
Yeah, as we just indicated, according to at least one neighbor, there have been some issues of some sort at this house before, some problems or disturbances of some kind. We don't know the exact extent of that, whether police have been called out. But yeah, that's still something we're trying to get to the bottom of at this time.
Well, Dave Canton, will continue to check back in with you once you get more information. We do appreciate it. Thank you. Well, we have been following construction on the new Gordie Howe International Bridge for years. It is nearly complete. The new information we're getting today about when the crossing between the U.S. and Canada could open to the public.
And the government shutdown continues and still no end in sight. Coming up, the concerns the shutdown will have as Medicare recipients prepare for open enrollment, which starts tomorrow.
Neil, Mary, and Pontiac. Coming up, you are going to meet the most phenomenal 3-year-old. He is credited with saving his mother's life.
I'm pretty proud. I cry every day. He's just an amazing kid.